Alright, welcome back. So, last time we left off at our little dude. We made a little shotgun that we said that we would use as the equipment. And at the same time, we would have the equipment going on. So the moment we press, let's say E, we're going to equip this. So first things first, we're going to go into edit. We're going to change the intersection mask to something that we want. Let's say we'll change even the name, equipable items. EQUIP. Yep. Alright. And since we changed it, we have a bit set number of 2, so we're gonna remember that next time. And what we're gonna do is once we hover over 2 and we press, let's say, E, we pick it up and we put it into the guy. Now if you guys remember, we had our shooter and we had a trigger point. So I'm gonna leave this open like this so we can go back into it and check. So how the heavens are we gonna do this? Alright, so first things first, what I did was I went into our code and I made a new one just called it shooter logic, and it's the detection ray. The reason why I'm doing this is gonna be our manager for anything that we detect and anything that we're going to find in terms of objects in the game. So it's kind of like a manager type thing, and we want to always make sure that things are always separated from everything. So if you had like a giant 1,000 line code of everything, it's going to be problematic. So anyways, in this detection ray we added 2 things. One is the pointer node, which is the follower, and then the camera node, the camera that we're going to look through. And the other thing I added was a world intersection pointer, the ray pointer that we had from the old intersection ray header, right? It's almost the same. We just added 2 new things. One is the camera node and the other one is a node pointer called equip. Now this is just to make life easier, trust me. Alright, so once you actually run the debugger and get it as a property, which is right here, detection ray, we get the camera follower, which is the object that's going to be hovering around the character, and the camera node is the camera, the main camera that we're going to use to look through in this viewport. So first thing we're going to do is do the exact same thing as the intersection ray, which is we go here, we right click, copy, and then right click and paste. Alright, and then the next thing we're going to do is actually we're going to define that equip that we had in here, this guy. So what I want equip to be, I want equip to point to this trigger point. So whenever we equip something, it's going to be the child of this, or it's going to be this. Either way, we can make it either this object or we can make it the child of this object. You know, it'll be much more easier we're making it this object, because I specified in the last video that the shotgun, when it's going to get equipped and reset to 0, it's going to be placed exactly in his hand in this specific way so that all the animations point to that option. Now if you have your own customs and you can make it properly, go ahead, but for now just use that trigger point at the moment. So how are we going to use it? It's a simple equip equals to, so yes, we're going to make this pointer point to a node dot get. Now this is going to be a little repetitive. Get child 0, so the first child. Alright, and I believe we're gonna do this, let's see, so node dot get child 1, 2, 3, and 4, so it's gonna be 4 times. So we're gonna just copy and paste this 4 times. So just highlight it all, Control C, and then just press Control V 3 more times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so node dot, let's just move it right here. So node dot get, which is the object itself, get child, get child, get child, and get child. So now it's pointing at trigger pointer. Okay, so I didn't mess that up. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is actually we're going to use the same code that we had from the intersection ray, but we're going to change it a little bit. So we're just going to copy that whole line. Actually, we're going to copy the whole thing in update. So Control C that and just Control V it. And we're going to change a few things here. So instead of game.getPlayer, we're going to do camera node, which is the camera node that we had, .get, and then get world direction times 100. So now it's the camera that we connected it to. Next, we said we wanted the shotgun, and the shotgun was a bit set number 2. Now, this is easy to read, but let's say if you had something like something like that. You had a digit in there. How do you even write this? So the way to write this in bit set is just pressing 0x and then the 8-digit that you have over here, up here. So just take the whole thing, copy paste, Control C, Control V, and just remove all the spaces. And that is your mask number. So far we have it as number 2, so we can write 2, but if you're not sure and you want to be specific, that's it. And we have everything the same over here. Okay, so we're almost there. We're technically there actually, because now we have the object that is the shotgun that we're looking for, because it's the equipable item. And I don't want it to write this, rather I want it to write instead of writing, I want it to show me that I have it locked up. So we can do a visualizer and then render point 3D. You don't have to do this, I'm just doing it so it can be easier to look at. So the ray pointer, so the raycast itself, get, and then we do the arrows, and then we do point, get point. So that's the vector where it's getting hit or getting touched. So we do 0.1 float as the size, and then Unigine math vector for underscore. We'll do red since our little dot in the middle of the thing is black. All right, so that's just for detecting and seeing that we actually got or caught the shotgun. Now let's actually do the equip thing. So what we do is let's use the button. Let's see, we're not using E, right? So let's just use Unigine input and then key underscore, or just write E, to be honest, key underscore E. And so if we press this, equip it. All right, and this is where you write your equip function, but let's do something simpler. Let's just check if it works. So Unigine console message, and in the message we'll just write picked up, and I believe I messed up here. Yep, I did, because it's not supposed to be just if E, like if it exists. It's supposed to be if I pressed E, if so let's just do if Unigine dot input dot is key down. So we only need to press it once. Pressed means as you're holding it down. So is key down and the key E, then it will say picked up. And then let's just check if it works. So we're here. Let's first check that red. Looks like it's not working. Let me see why. And I already know the reason. We did not save the main thing. So just save it, because now when you press edit, it is now set to 2. So remember to always save, guys. And then, all right, now we try it again, and we have the red whenever we point at the shotgun. So now if we press E, it says on the side we picked it up. Okay, so we have the logic working. So this works. Now we don't want it to actually just say pick up, we actually want it to pick it up. So what we're gonna do, or what we're going to do specifically, is first we're going to make it as a child of the object. So we'll do equip.get and then add child. So now we're going to add a child, and the pointer that we're going to add is the I object. So now we have this as the child, and then we're going to reset it to 0. Right? So what we're going to do is go back into equip.get and then get child. Remember, because the equip itself is the trigger point, and now we added a child, now it's the child. We're going to change that guy's position, set position, and not world position, just regular position, it's local position, and we're going to set it to 0. So we'll do a Unigine math, and then we'll do a vector3 underscore 0. Yes, they have a 0 vector3, so basically it's a 0 0 0. You don't need to create anything new, and that's going to reset its position to the 0, and when it's 0 inside the trigger point, it's going to be pointing exactly how we want it to be. So let's test it out. We look over it, it's red, press E, and now it's in our hand. So now when we move, it's exactly where we want it to be, right in its hand position. If you were having another animation just being played in it, you would see it automatically position itself exactly into the position it needs. So we got where it needs to be, and we just need to fix the guy's movement, but that's secondary. Alright, so we got the position moving. Now, is there another way to write this? Probably. You could actually write I object dot get. We'll test it out right now. Set position to the same thing, and we'll see if that works. It should, because they're the same thing, but just in case. Yep, there we go. So we got the options of choosing whichever one you like, and we got the equipment, we got the object to equip properly. Probably gonna say works too. Oopsies. Alright, and yeah, that's how you equip an object that you want as a specific mask, because as you remember, the intersection has 4 arguments. One is the position 0 from beginning point, second one is the second endpoint, the third argument is the mask, which is our number that we can use as a bit set, and the fourth one is a world intersection pointer, which is what we have created on the initialization. Automatically deletes itself once the game is over, or when you shut down or delete the script. So yeah, we are basically done with equipment. Now, what's next? Probably change the animation state and make the detection ray edit the animation script. Or what we can do is have an animation manager and have a specific method or a public variable that can be changed by other objects or only by this. Anyways, there's many ways to doing this. I will show the easiest, most laziest version because I'm lazy, but other than that, that's everything. Next episode, I know I promise a few days and then I don't do it. I'm sorry guys, I'm pretty busy, so whenever I have time I'll do this, and I'm not gonna stop. So yeah, just keep going ahead. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Alright, goodbye.